edition of the Sports Corner. And we are back. We got the full crew in the house. That is what it's all about. The Yankees, out of any team in the league, are the best equipped to handle a blow like this.
I think there is a higher power at play here. He's due law of averages. That dude is the ultimate scrub. It's trash. Yeah. Every person you have in there is fucking trash.
Next game, you're going to see a big performance. You can see it in the end of the game, and I'm totally stoked and excited for this.
And we are back. Welcome to another edition of the Sports Sport. And today it is the Barnes and Tony show. Renee from the couch, Michael in the vicinity. It's Tuesday. It's raining. And let me just say, we're starving right now.
Oh, my God, Brian. Don't even get me started. What I wouldn't do right now for just a bacon, egg, and cheese, dude. Even the bacon, a little hot sauce on a nice bagel, dude. You know, it's just, I guess maybe it's a rainy day. Maybe it's the clouds. I just want to cuddle up to a breakfast sandwich and just like chill.
Maybe a fire, or you'd get too sweaty.
I would say a fire, but I gotta be a little distance away from the fire. You know.
Are you a fan of the breakfast sandwiches from Garden Catering or no?
Oh wow, never had. I mean, we had the nuggets.
One of my favorites. It's called the Hotsy. So basically, just bacon, egg, and cheese, hash browns, and chili.
Oh, dude, their chili's solid too.
Unbelievable. And then you know what they have the best of? What? Even better than Archie Moore's, their buffalo sauce.
Really?
Have you ever had it? Dip the nuggets in it or anything?
I don't think buffalo. No, I don't think I've ever gone buffalo.
Unbelievable, Tony. So that's a homework assignment for you. You definitely got to try that out. And I know Prefer in New York probably has not had Garden Catering unless, he had a day trip to Greenwich, maybe wanted to hit up the Ave for some fine
Are you like a big fan of Garden Catering?
I like the breakfast sandwiches better than the, the nuggets are good, but it's just, I don't know, nuggets, like.
To be honest, like they make the nuggets, sometimes their nuggets, there's a few of them that are too fatty sometimes.
Yeah, when that happens, then you just want to like throw up.
Yeah,
honestly.
And then it's like they put it in this bag.
Right.
With the fries and everything gets steamed.
See,
and
the
it becomes
fries,
soggy.
no.
It's sweaty. The fries, no.
I feel like just fries in general, no. Like I've had way too
You don't
many
like fries?
No, it's like they're not bad, but I'm sick of them.
You ever make your own?
Yeah, but I almost like roasted potatoes better than fries.
No, that's ridiculous. That is so ridiculous.
Cones are way better.
That's a disgusting
Cones are way better.
Potato croquette is better than a cone, though. Potato croquette, anyone? Potato croquette.
Some help here?
Yes, Renee loves potato croquettes.
What the hell are those?
You know what? Let me tell you a little story. Okay, dude.
Tell me a story.
Back when we were playing rugby for SHU, right? I believe we had like a round robin tournament with like Coast Guard and Yale.
Yep.
And like obviously all the parents, it was at Sacred Heart, so all the the SHU parents, they bring food for the teams after the game. My mother brings a tray of potato croquettes. Okay, and I love potato croquettes. So we're going through the line. And I'm at the end of the line. There's a tray that's covered up. I'm like, Ma, what is that? She goes, potato croquettes. I'm like, oh yeah, take a bunch. And these two dudes from Coast Guard come over to me and like, hey, what are those? And I was like, they're potato croquettes. It's like a log of potato, breaded and fried, deliciousness, and the whole tray was gone. 2 minutes, Brian. 2 minutes. And I never understood why people like from Connecticut didn't really know what a potato croquette was. I would imagine, Matt's got to know, Mike's got to know. Why don't you know?
I don't know. It sounds like either a croissant or croquet. I don't know.
Croquette.
I know. Croquet.
Get out of town.
But also, onion strings are one of my favorites too. Yeah, onion rings, onion strings, blooming onion. All that stuff is better than fries.
Blooming onion's good.
The sauce is unbelievable.
Yeah, I guess so. But onion strings, dude,
so good from Tashua,
like the fried, the little
Knowles
one. They put
golf
it on the
course.
What?
Buffalo chicken wrap. They put bacon on it, and then the shoestring onion rings with it. Unbelievable. Best thing you're gonna get on the golf course, hands down.
Onion strings. Do you like onion rings though? Onion rings.
Do.
Sometimes I hate when you bite and the whole fucking onion slides out and you're stuck with breading. You love that?
Sometimes it's too much breading.
Yeah.
I like the blooming onion better.
Yeah, I like
and then
that too.
Onion strings are great because they're just so small and light, and they're great on a burger, as well as with a good Southwestern dipping sauce.
I like that as well. Fried pickle, man, or no?
No.
I believe pickles should be cold. They should stay cold. Okay.
What's like the thing? It's like a different type of pickle. Where is it a cucumber pickle or what? Where like sometimes like at a restaurant they'll just give it to you as like kind of a warm up. Like it's just cut up in like the little circles. Is that a different type of pickle?
I don't think so. Yeah, normally some diners do like the pickles and coleslaw to start off. You ever like you know what you're talking about?
I don't know. For some reason, when maybe they're just because they're in the circles, they're better. A whole pickle, like taking a bite. Like I don't want a bite of a pickle. Yeah.
Oh no, I love that. Sometimes like if I go to a deli, get a whole like a big pickle, get the whole.
No, I have to research this. It's because the shape is
bullshit.
Strike 3. It's definitely a bite, Tony. It's a bite. There's definitely a thing called a cucumber pickle.
I just think that's a cucumber. It's a pickle that.
Yeah. No, it's exactly what I said. A pickled cucumber.
That's what a pickle is, Brian. Though.
No.
I think because there's different types of like. I guess they bring out the pickle in different stages of pickling. So some of them taste more like cucumbers because
there we go.
Whatever. But I hate cucumbers. Cucumbers are nasty, dude. So disgusting. Nasty.
I love cucumbers, by the way. Dipped in hummus, outstanding.
No way, dude.
100%.
I would rather have one of those pretzel chip thingies. Dip that in the hummus.
I mean,
I know you would want that too, Brian.
But I just have to ask this question. It kind of will.
Or the baby carrots,
the food conversation here. Anything on this earth right now for a meal, what would you have?
Honestly, just because I kind of been thinking about it a lot. There's like this restaurant back home called the Manor House.
Yep.
Stuffed burgers. Unbelievable.
What are they stuffed?
I mean, you can get them stuffed with anything. You can get bacon, cheese, onions, peppers, whatever. I normally just do cheese, to be honest. Just the cheese. Just stuff it with the cheese, dude. And then I normally ask for, if I'm getting crazy, because sometimes when they put the bacon inside it, it doesn't get as crispy.
Yep.
But if you ask for bacon on top, it's like perfectly like well done and crispy. Sometimes I get that on top. Lettuce, tomato, mayonnaise. It's amazing, dude.
Wow.
What about you, dude?
I would honestly say chicken parm with vodka sauce with penny.
You love the chicken parm.
But like a really, really like thin, deeply fried cutlet.
Oh, so good.
But first, talking about nonsense here. Nothing better than fries. He's trying to talk like Mike Francesa. This isn't the Mike Francesa podcast.
Fries are good. Nothing better. Taylor ham and cheese is the best. Interesting, dude.
I don't know.
Taylor ham's good.
I see. The only ham I like is a oven baked like honey ham, thinly sliced.
What?
Great.
You don't like
thick,
deli ham?
Slimy ham? Like, no, thank you.
I do enjoy the holiday ham. The holiday ham with the maple glaze on it, dude. So good, dude. On a sandwich.
Are you kidding?
Or even like the leftovers you fried up in the morning with some eggs, dude. You ever do that? That's crazy.
Of course.
Also, put it into perspective for you guys. I don't know if it's gonna.
That's the burger.
This is the burger.
Oh my god. Do you like Five Guys or no?
Fries, dude. Crispy fries. It's pretty funny you mentioned that, Brian. Because I'm kind of like, to be honest, I'm kind of in the mood for Five Guys, but I don't really like them that much. I think their fries are soggy.
Yeah.
And I think that their burger, every time I get it, it's like fucking smushed. It's like not well made. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Growing up, they had one on the Monroe Newtown line. It's actually out of business now. But I honestly loved it. Like the double bacon cheeseburger, all the toppings, and then the Cajun fries.
Yeah, I can see that, dude. The peanuts.
The peanuts, as Matthew checks in.
Matthew
looking phenomenal, boys. So we always appreciate that. Yeah. We know he's already had a good breakfast.
Oh, I'm sure, dude.
Forward to lunch and dinner. Robert Salah, maybe for dinner.
Taylor ham is only found in North Jersey. Yeah, the whole Taylor ham debate's so stupid, dude. Jersey's just clinging to something. Renee's from Jersey. Renee, you say Taylor ham or pork roll?
Pork roll.
I mean, it is technically pork roll here, bro. Are you aware of this?
Well, I know, but like just basically, like to put the chiefness aside, Tony, just pork roll is just regular ham.
Kind of, yeah. It's like ham roll. It's almost like a step above Spam, really, dude. I know Spam is a little rough.
But yeah, just give me the honey baked hams in Milford. I haven't had one in probably
honey baked ham in
10
Milford.
Years.
What?
They have like their own store, like, and you buy the full baked ham.
It sounds so good, dude.
I like steamed burgers with Wonder Bread. That sounds gross.
Is that what Buffer just said?
Yeah. I can't believe you have such a delay.
Again, I know. It's pretty crazy. Like, it's been... Oh, here we go. But first, I like steamed burgers.
A burger's not meant to be steamed? Are you kidding?
I believe, dude.
But first, hitting the hashish a little bit.
Yeah, but
so he's starving. He's just eating anything.
Isn't the steamed burger like... wasn't that like originated in Connecticut? Am I wrong to say that?
I don't know. I believe
because
Bobby V created the rap.
Yeah, obviously Bobby V created the rap, but I believe when I came to Connecticut first, I looked up like cuisines here,
Yeah.
and there's some place called Louis, I think.
Yeah, Louis Lunch,
Louis
New
Lunch.
Haven.
Yeah.
Yep.
They like popularized like steaming burgers.
Mm-hmm.
So, hey man, but Wonder Bread, get the fuck out of here with the Wonder Bread, bud.
Ted's
That's
in Connecticut
crazy.
makes
Ew, dude.
Ted's. What the hell
Ted's
is
in Connecticut
Ted's?
made steam burgers. I don't know. Ted's. See,
Michael
Michael
Ted's
knows.
in Connecticut, steam burgers.
Ted's, Cheshire, Connecticut. World's famous steamed cheeseburgers. Yeah, dude.
But I just want to know. No, I didn't.
No, I don't think
I've never heard of it. But I don't understand steaming a burger. How do you not grill a burger? Why are you steaming? Why are you putting it in a steamer? I just don't get that.
I mean, I'm not gonna. I'll try it, dude. Yeah, I would try it. I was talking about the Manor House burger, dude. I was showing them the photo and everything. Oh, dude, he would love it.
Honestly, but before I pass out from starvation, Tony,
6-2.
Let's just go to the world of the National Football League.
Oh.
6 for 101, 2 touchdowns. To Evans, touchdown, Tampa Bay. How about that throw? Sam Darnold blasted. Oh my goodness, did he take a hit? In trouble once, brings him down. Loft one for Odell Beckham Jr. Got it down, touchdown.
As my mother checks in.
All right. Good morning, fellas.
Ma, you
good
missed.
morning.
Oh,
we just had
all the food
10-minute
talk.
food discussion.
I know,
So
Ma, you missed it.
Press that rewind button.
My mother would have a few things to say. She would try the steam burger as well.
Yeah.
She's the one who told me about it, I think, originally.
But I'm just not seeing it, Tony. But I don't know. We'll just go on forever if we talk
Potato
about
croquettes,
burgers.
Ma.
But
Brian has
steaming
no
a
idea
burger,
what that
Tony,
is.
Doesn't that mean you steam vegetables? Why are you steaming a burger? That's what I just don't get.
Steamed vegetables are good.
Mama Queen of Croquettes?
I think he's referring to my mother.
Prefers hitting the hashish a little bit. You really like that one.
I do.
You really do.
Prefer.
But anyway, Tony, we did have the conclusion of week 4 last night, and the San Francisco 49ers defeat the Los Angeles Rams 24-9. So getting a vengeance for that NFC Championship loss last season, but it is their 4th straight victory in the regular season against the Rams. So they've had success there. And in this one, they had some guys step up, specifically, you look at Deebo Samuel, he had that 57-yard touchdown, end of the night, 6 receptions, 115 yards and a score. And then your running game, you had a 32-yard touchdown from Jeff Wilson, as well as on defense, a pick 6 for Talona Hafanga, who actually his mentor is Troy Polamalu.
No way.
Got the
Sounds
hair.
about right.
So I mean, he jumped a route there, and Stafford was trying to force it.
Classic Polamalu move.
So all in all, I mean, just a great win for the Niners, and they avoid a 1-3 start. They get to 2-2, which the Rams are now 2-2 themselves, and obviously. For now, the 49ers have the tiebreaker if it comes down to that in the division. But the Rams, it just was not a good night. 3 field goals from Matt Gay. That's all they had on offense. And Matt Stafford was sacked 7 times last night. Did not throw a touchdown pass, obviously. 254 yards, 5.3 yards per completion, a QBR of 42.2. The running game, bottled up all night, 18 carries, 57 yards, only 3.2 yards per carry. Longest run was a Brandon Powell, who's a receiver, an 11-yard rush. On the receiving end of things, I mean, Cooper Kupp, 14 catches for $122. Longest was 18 yards, targeted 19 times. But, just didn't get anything of significance. A lot of short to intermediate routes. Tyler Higbee, the tight end, 10 catches, 73 yards. But I think the story here, through these first 4 games, Allen Robinson is doing absolute squat. He's a 1,200-yard Pro Bowl receiver. You bring him in to be your number 2, and then Stafford is just so focused on Cooper Kupp. And I know, the results are there, but I just think they would benefit from spreading it around a little more because Allen Robinson is a threat, especially you get down to the red zone. So I think that kind of hurts them. Yeah, I mean, it just all in all,
Yeah.
it just was not a good performance from them. Their leading tackler was Bobby Wagner, and it says he has 10 tackles, but it really was 11. I don't know if you saw it, Tony, but he did tackle a fan. I believe it was the second quarter.
Oh, yeah.
Came out with a green smoke grenade,
Yeah.
and Wagner laid him out. And then on Twitter, they're talking about the fans going to have a lawsuit against him. It's like, what about the trespassing for jumping on the field? I don't know.
Dude, that is such hogwash when they end up suing the guy who hits them because they were tackled or hurt. Like, what, dude? First of all, you're taking the risk running on the field. Okay, like you're being the asshole. You're breaking the law. Like, I think you deserve to get tackled. Okay,
100%.
Right.
Thank you,
And I just want to know, of all the years of fans running on the field, what would you say the average drink count is? It over or under 8.5?
Average
would you
what?
say? Average drink count before they get on the field.
Oh, dude, over 8.5.
What would you say the
sure.
mean would be?
Got to be a dozen.
A dozen.
A dozen.
What would you say, Michael?
For what?
Fan on the field. What's the mean average of drinks before they do that?
Mm-hmm.
I think it depends on like that guy. Probably he looks sober to me.
Really? Just a
Or
maniac.
like, yeah, exactly. But like, or on some kind of
Over
medicine.
under
Wait,
3 psychiatrists.
And I feel like too, you're not a sports fan if you're doing that, because you really want to be banned for life from going to the stadium? Like, why would you do that?
It would be dope to make money off of it.
But are you really?
Yeah.
How are you gonna make
But
money?
you really don't like
Super Bowl
what do you mean?
over under.
Like bet the Super Bowl and then
that this dude's gonna run at this time and be the dude that does it.
Wait, is that a real bet though? Is that a prop bet?
They're
you can
gonna
do? No
they're gonna
way,
come.
dude.
They're gonna come find you and break your legs 100%. You can't get
Oh
away.
yeah,
with
that's
that
why
one.
that's why you placed the bet, Brian, and Mike and I run the
No,
field.
yeah, I wouldn't place the bet.
I don't think we're getting involved in this. All right. But anyway,
I don't think we're getting involved. 'Cause that's the thing Brian wants to get involved in.
no, absolutely not. But at the end of the day, this division, is up for grabs. You think about the Cardinals are 2-2 as well, and the Seahawks are 2-2. So the whole division 2-2. We talked about the play of Geno Smith up to this point. So it's crazy that 4 weeks in, the Seahawks are tied for first, a 4-way tie for first. You usually don't see that. But moving forward, and I know there was a lot of discussion about the tennis elbow, before the season. Stafford, I think 5 touchdowns, 7 interceptions now. Any concern on your side of things, Tony, with Matthew Stafford going forward this season?
I mean, he doesn't look that horrible. I suppose, maybe forcing a few passes to Cup would be something that, I would look into. I mean, when you look at just like, I guess the people he targeted, I mean, I feel like it was almost close to evenly spread. Of course, Cup, he has 19 targets. Higbee had 14 targets. Even your boy Robinson, he had 6 targets as well. So I feel like he's looking, around the field decently. I think his biggest issue is going to be the line. I mean, when you think about it, like, he was sacked 7 times for a loss of 54 yards total.
Right.
I mean, that is not good. Either he has to figure out how to scramble a little bit better, or he has to get some better O-line. And I mean, I feel like, you gotta have to lean on him, hopefully scrambling. I feel like he can be a little bit more mobile, out of the pocket and try to do something like that. I mean, I feel like if Stafford, I mean, if he becomes mobile and maybe a couple defenders kind of break and try to tackle him, I'm sure someone is going to be open downfield, whether it be Cooper Kupp or Higbee or whoever, and you can maybe do that a little better, because I feel like I didn't really see him scramble as much.
Yeah,
but I'm not that concerned about him, honestly. No.
But I just, with the offensive line, and I know, Andrew Whitworth retires, now he's on the set of Thursday Night Football. You can't, there's nothing you could do about that, but I just don't understand, especially with contending teams, rebuilding teams, obviously you got to just, get as much talent as you can, but how you have an inefficient offensive line. I just don't. I mean, there's just no way. Oh, you have a mobile quarterback. Why do that? I mean, you're better off having a terrible defense and a strong offensive line.
I mean, do you want to protect your most important player, basically? Like, what are we doing, dude?
So I know they've had some injuries, like I said, but I don't know. I know it's just tough to make trades, especially in the middle of the season, and of course the waiver wire. Isn't always the best place to find guys, but
Wilson.
You would have to think before Stafford turns into Sack Wilson, that they will do something. Jimmy G, man, this, like I said, though, this division up for grabs, and maybe, the Niners are benefiting from Jimmy G, for at least for the short term here, being their quarterback instead of Trey Lance. So you look at the schedules here. The Rams will face the Cowboys at home this week. So 4:25 on Fox. That's an important game for both teams. It looks like Prescott will need another week to get ready. So Cooper Rush will go for 5-0 career as a starting quarterback. So I think that's a big game for the Rams. And we talk offensive line. I mean, I just think that's like almost, I mean, if I had to pick a lock right there, give me the Cowboys all day. That line getting in Stafford's face, the secondary bottling up Cup. And I'm just trying to see if there's a look ahead line on here, but I don't see anything. But you would think the Rams, I mean, this has got to be like almost a pick'em game or maybe Dallas 2.5 because it's a road game, but give me the Cowboys all day on that one.
I think so too. If Cooper comes out here, plays one hell of a game, dude, Dak's ready for the following week. Do you think there's any question at all, Brian?
They're playing Philadelphia. So I kind of think.
Would you rather have Dak for Philly or?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, that D is tenacious. You know, we talk about tenacious the Cowboys D.
The Cowboys D.
Yeah. But anyway, Tony, I just think that's a good spot to get Rush out of there.
And you think Dak would be ready to go?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
no question.
I mean, he's just a hand injury. You know what I mean? He's ready.
Is his right hand?
I believe it is
throwing
right
hand.
Yeah.
Mm.
And then Father Time. Father undefeated, Tony. Undefeated. As Brady settles into his separate living facility from Giselle. But anyway, the Niners will face the Panthers next week. So they got Panthers-Falcons before a big game with the Kansas City Chiefs.
Easy money for the next 2 weeks, huh?
Yeah. I mean, you would think so. You get the running game. You get Deebo going. But that's it for week 4. Week 5 will begin on Thursday.
Exciting stuff.
With the Denver Broncos and Indianapolis Colts. And you think about disappointments, really both teams. I mean, the Broncos I know are 2-2. The Colts are 1-2-1. But you just expected a lot more from them up to this point. So that should be a good one on Thursday. And right now, it's showing we have Denver favored by 3.5.
Really?
Early pick. We can revise their selections here. What are you thinking there? 3.5 points for the Broncos, or you could go plus 3.5. Colts on the road, obviously struggling up to this point. Only one victory and a tie against the Texans.
Plus 3.5 for the Colts. Matt Ryan revitalizes his career starting right now against Denver.
The altitude, though? Guys a little extra winded, no?
No, I don't think so. They're professionals here. They're aware of the altitude. They've adjusted whatever they need to do. They're totally fine. Russ, no way, dude. I think he's going to get absolutely shellacked. Maybe 3 interceptions for maybe a touchdown pass. I think he's going to get absolutely torched. Yeah, give me the Colts, dude.
And I think, too, the altitude may be overrated. I know people, it's so different. Whoa. But the thing is, how come no team from Denver ever wins the championship?
Yeah.
I mean, I guess technically the Broncos have won, but those Super Bowls are played in neutral sites. And not to say that all those games are in Denver, depending on what seed they are. The Rockies have obviously been trashed for a long time here. I guess they made the World Series back in 04, I think was the last time. It was either 06 or 04.
I think it was 04.
No, it was 06 because 04, Red Sox Cardinals.
I think you're wrong. No, you're probably right, Brian.
Of course I'm right.
Oh, my God.
And then, of course, we know sabbatical. We know Denver Nuggets. Have they ever won a championship, Michael? ABA days?
They play last night?
I want to say.
They probly did.
Jamal Murray's back is what I heard.
Yeah, NBA preseason underway.
Jamal Murray, dude.
When's the Rangers home opener, Tony?
Yeah, ABA, bud.
ABA, yep. I knew it.
Mad titles in the ABA.
You think they should bring back George Karl? So Denver's struggling other than in football to get that title. And I don't think it's coming with the $260 man and Russell Wilson. But
no freaking shot. We'll see. Dude.
And it's funny, Tony, such a tough game. And also, I didn't mention yesterday.
October 11th, by the way, for the Rangers.
October 11th.
Home opener.
I mean, what, in a week from today?
7 days. Yeah, exactly. They're playing the Lightning.
And that's the opening game of the season, or do they have a game before that?
For the Rangers?
Yeah.
I think it's their opening game of the season.
At the Garden. Tickets supposed to be $700.
At least.
But
great food at the Garden, Brian.
I tend to agree with you there with the Colts because I was going to mention Javonte Williams starting running back. I guess co-starter with Melvin Gordon out for the season, torn A and MCL. So that's a tough one for them. But we'll
hurts
talk
me.
about that game on Thursday, but we know what we got to talk about now. So let's go to the world of Major League Baseball.
2-2, he got him swinging. The back-to-back strikeouts for Robbie Ray. There's damage right there. Shohei, way, Cy-Yo, not a where did that land? Stuck to Chapman, who leaps up and grabs it.
Story spins and fires. Out at first.
There it goes. See ya. Home run, Aaron Judge.
It's funny. I'm not even looking at the comments. I don't know if he's done it
We got
yet,
a
but I
few comments,
know that. Okay, no, nothing about the Yankees just yet. But
No,
I know
but
Prefer is gonna be chirping about Judge. And before he says anything, I'm gonna beat him to the punch here. Sure, Prefer. It would be nice to have the 60-second home run, but at the end of the day, as I've said many times in this seat, it's about the World Series. It's about a championship. So if Judge doesn't get it, I mean, what are we going to do? We know he's going to be locked in for the playoffs. And if he has to go through a little, somewhat of a cold stretch right now and be red hot for the playoffs for the World Series, I'm all for it. So just wanted to get that out of the way.
Anyway, we got a few comments, Brian.
Let's get back to food, Tony. Let's get back to food. Let's torture me more.
Okay, my mother says I'll bring the croquettes to Brian.
All right. I mean, I'm
Dude,
all for that.
that's
Tony.
like a big deal.
If you could
Okay.
do a delivery this weekend, that'd be great.
Cheesecake bet still on. Actually, I might be able to do a delivery this weekend.
Cheesecake bet is for sure on. That's
Hell
for
yeah,
sure.
dude. That's
Feel
gonna be. I
great
can't
about
wait
that.
till like all of us are having a slice of cheesecake.
Are we going to be
on
eating
the
it?
show?
Yeah, on the
Have
show.
to,
Just
have
sitting
to.
around this table.
Yes. Oh
Yeah. Oh,
God, that's gonna
definitely.
be so nice.
Appreciate that.
Jackson Hole Steam Burgers in Manhattan, special item.
Never heard of it. but
Jackson
fun to
Hole,
try.
legendary place, dude. But first is under 8.5. Too many eco terrorists running on the fields. And he also says, I don't care about the Yanks.
Except you talk about it all the
Judge
time. And then here's a comment.
Is a
The
future
future
Met
Met. He
anyways.
is not a
You
future
brought it
Met.
up, Brian.
He's
You
not a
were
future
instigating.
Met.
You were
That's just-
instigating,
that's-
Brian.
Okay, there's a better chance of
were
DeGrom being a
instigating,
future
dude.
Yankee than there is of Judge being a future Met. But
That's ridiculous.
that's the story for a different day, Tony. But
You
so the
instigated.
Mets were rained out last night.
So pissed off
but
about it.
Yeah. So I mean, try to get a doubleheader today, but I don't know.
Yeah,
you think
I
they
don't know.
force it? Do they force it? Get one in?
They're gonna have to.
But
They're
it's
gonna
supposed to
have
rain
dude.
tomorrow.
Yeah, they're gonna have to force it, dude.
Tomorrow, obviously, the last day.
They just give
of
them
the
wins,
regular
honestly.
season.
Just give them W's at this point.
Atlanta did
Assume
chunk
the
it last
sweep.
night.
I know, dude.
But you know what was so annoying? Just quickly before we get to the Yankees, of course, the morning shows, the only available morning shows on local radio that I can listen to, is all full of Met hosts for whatever reason, and they're just
What is the
like
problem with
all these hypothetical scenarios about it comes on the last day, and it's like, guys,
Because
I know
that's the news right
I
now, dude.
know-
That's what's hot.
But I'm just saying, I know that the Braves blew it last night, but there's no way, Tony, that first of all, the Braves are just going to win a game. I mean, I think you can guarantee that, and I have pretty confident that if the bugaboo, Mets have a doubleheader here, I mean, it's pretty tough to sweep a doubleheader, so I wouldn't guarantee they're going to win out
Mr.
themselves. So it's just like getting all excited, Boomer, Gio, Rick, and Dave talking about this, and it's just
Very
like
good
everybody just relax. But
Dude, no, I'm surprised at you, Brian. Okay,
Well,
because you, as well as anybody, knows anything can happen.
no.
End of the season. This is what MLB is all about, dude. The race for the division, okay, coming down to the last game. Anything could happen. There's weather involved. There's different types of factors outside of the game that are involved here. I mean, this is literally written down for a dramatic ending, and I'm surprised at you, okay? Because right now, this is what the juice is about. All right, I feel like in the tri-state, in terms of baseball. All right, because the Yankees are in, whatever. Judge isn't really doing much. Sevy's getting taken out during the no-hitter. They don't really care about these last two games. They're on to the playoffs already. This is the storyline, bud, okay? And this is what's going on, and it could happen. It could happen. You can't tell me it can't. Can't tell me it can't, Brian.
You can't.
You can't tell me
I
it
just
can't.
told you. I
But
just
that's
did.
ridiculous. You're a liar.
I want to say,
you're wrong,
speaking of
dude.
no hitters, I think Jay Odorizzi might have a no hitter tonight against the Marlins, and what a shame for the Mets fans here too, because Sandy Alcantara was actually slated to pitch this game, but he's shut down for the season, and he is a Cy Young candidate.
Ridiculous.
No, and then you just talk
stars
about
are
ridiculous. Gio and Boomer, they're talking about how Mattingly and Showalter are friends because Showalter used to manage Mattingly. That is ridiculous. It's like Mattingly has some heavenly power that he can defeat the Braves. That's not happening. I'm like, I don't know. I
Are you
can't.
telling me they're not friends?
They might be, but like he can't
So
do
what?
anything about that. If the Braves are better, they're better. There's nothing to do with their friendship.
Well,
Tony.
yeah, obviously not. I mean, I don't know who you're listening to. I don't know what
No,
they're
no,
talking
Gio's
about.
Gio's
Sounds like they're
annoying.
idiots.
Gio is
honestly. Yeah,
annoying.
sounds like they're stupid.
Even though Boomer's annoying with the
Yeah.
Mets, he's a big Rangers fan and he played in the NFL, so I'll give him credit there. But Gio is nobody.
Yeah.
Gio needs to shut up. All right.
Gio's the bald dude, right?
No, he's not bald.
He's not bald.
No, you're thinking of Carton on the afternoon show with Evan Roberts.
Oh, maybe I am.
Gio's with Boomer, and like they're always talking about like food and like how much
Oh.
weight he needs to lose.
Oh
and,
my
like, all this
God, dude,
stuff.
give it a rest.
I hate when they fucking do that shit with shows, bro.
Yeah.
Like when they do it too much. It's like
No,
Talk
you
about,
know what I
like-
don't get to? Why do the networks just okay with this? They're always munching on food, talking with food in their mouth. Oh, these burgers are so good. Like, I can't believe they're not.
Wow.
These are televised radio shows, Michael.
That's pretty
Ridiculous.
unprofessional, dude. Yeah.
I mean, you think I would ever be chopping down? I mean, maybe if it was cheesecake, maybe, but
Oh, I can't wait for that, dude.
Mets are.
But even so, dude, you don't hear cheesecake. It's soft. It's airy. You don't. It's
Yeah,
not like you're
yeah,
chomping, dude.
yeah, having pizza Fridays with Carton and Roberts. But first, his Mets are 20-4, winning both doubleheaders this year.
That's a crazy stat.
But that's actually not. He worded it wrong.
What does that
but-
mean?
No, it means
doesn't mean
in double headers, the Mets are 20-4 this year, but not at winning both. That just wouldn't make sense.
Winning both doubleheaders this year. That they're
Like that would mean
Yeah.
that they had 24
That-
double
that
headers
means
this
that-
year,
yeah,
which they
which
didn't,
is- yeah.
obviously. But that being said, Tony, you mentioned Sevy
good stats.
last
Prefer.
night.
Thank you.
So the Yankees do win 3-1 last night in Arlington, picking up their 98th victory of the season. So both them and the Mets at 98 victories. So a lot of talk about how many more wins the Mets have, but they're actually even right now. And Luis Severino was electric last night. You look at it, 7 innings, no hits or runs, 1 walk, 7 strikeouts, 94 pitches, picking up his 7th victory of the season. And obviously a lot of discussion. Oh, should they let him go the distance? And it's just one of those things where, sure. Am I somebody that believes that could he have went out there, finished the game, got the no-hitter, no problems? Yeah, I would say that's probably a 90% possibility. But this is such a big year for the Yankees. I don't want to take a 10% chance of a disaster having, Jameson Taillon as your 3-starter in the playoffs. So I think that's the right move at the end of the day, as much as it stings, because Sevy was lights out. It seemed like it was a surety that he would get that no-hitter. But at the end of the day, it's a good way for him to end the season. And really, I know this won't happen, but I mean, tell me I'm wrong here. And I know it sounds a little crazy when you look at it from afar. But I think the playoff rotation, if it was lined up properly, would be Nestor game 1, Louis game 2, Cole game 3. Is that crazy, Tony?
This is for
The ALDS.
Why would you want to do that though?
I mean,
he just thinks that's the best.
I think they're better than Cole right now.
Yeah, but I mean, don't you think that like experience comes into play a little bit here?
Louis got experience.
Well, yeah, I know, but Nestor does not, and you have him as your 1 starter.
I feel like Nestor, though, is like superhuman. I'm not kidding. And you know the power of the stash.
Yeah, I understand the power of the
the
stat.
feet.
Yeah, the feet.
The feet, yes.
Somebody
the-
poured,
Dude, he's great.
There's this joke going on John Boy, I guess, like during the playoff celebration when they clinched. Somebody poured a beer.
Yeah,
down
I
his
remember I
pants.
tagged you in
oh,
it.
yeah, and they can't figure out who it is.
We go to beer.
Down
on-
Yo,
Nestor's
so they're
pants.
celebrating in the back, and Nestor's like has a bottle of champagne. He's
Right.
walking this way,
Yeah,
right,
and someone just, like,
waddling,
opens his
and all,
pants.
all of a sudden you just see a hand and another hand, and it goes like this, and it pours it down his ass crack.
Oh man,
That's hilarious.
no,
dude.
but I don't. I'm
Talk about swamp ass.
But I'm telling
Oh.
you, man.
Champagne ass.
Nestor Cortez, he might be the World Series MVP. I'm not kidding. I mean,
I believe it.
he just is such a gamer, and I have said this so many times.
He's a gamer.
It's
Plays
just
2K.
it's just the fact that
I almost bought it the
he-
other day for the Switch.
Why do you have
I
it,
mean, I
then?
think it
Oh.
doesn't matter what sport we're talking about, Michael. When your career is on the
It would have
brink,
to stay here
It'd be
off.
crazy.
but when your
Obviously.
career is on the brink, and then you exceed to a level, you become an all-star.
Yeah.
You remember that point where you were. You never want to get back there, and that motivates you just even so much more.
You know who he reminds me of?
The
Rocky.
legend, Rocky.
Rocky.
Wow,
Like,
talk about a legend.
think about it. I would compare his story to Rocky because let's say when he got to the majors, he felt like he beat or tied Apollo explain it Creed to in 1, came back in the 2nd, got his championship by making it by a team, but then in 3 Clubber Lang comes and kicks his ass, getting cut from the Yankees. Then he comes back, teams up with Apollo, the Yankees right now, and he becomes the greatest pitcher in Yankee history.
He has the lowest ERA.
Is it a bite,
Tony? Is it a bite? Lowest ERA this century for a Yankee pitcher since Ron Guidry. So you think about that. What is that? 50 years ago, 1978. Whatever it is.
So it's been 50 years. So it's better to say 50 years and not this century.
I think, I don't know. I just saw a couple different things out there. But yeah, it definitely is now that I think about it. Because originally they were saying that, but I think his ERA got a little lower. But it's unbelievable, Tony. Think about all the times I've asked you, why can't these pitchers dominate as a Yankee? Why? And it's just like, it just seems like Nestor solved the riddle.
I mean, hey, Mike kind of said it. He kind of got stuck in the mud here. He got cut. He was in a bad spot, and he kind of worked on himself, and I guess brought himself back up by his bootstraps, as they say. And now he's on top, dude.
And
this is the ultimate story.
That if you look, I know it's like a crazy way to look at stats, but by far his lowest ERA of his career is with the stash, because he's gone clean shaven, he's gone beard, but just a clean, nice stash, similar to yours. Lowest ERA by far.
That's the way you got to do it, dude.
So there might be something to say there. Other notes from the game last night: Oswald Peraza, another 2 hits. So he's hitting .333. Such a shame that he can't be a starter in this postseason because of his ineligibility, unless there's an injury during the series. But he looks primed to be a starter next year. Kyle Higashioka has been on fire. Another 2 hits last night. And then Giancarlo Stanton hits his 30th home run of the year, 7th time in Stanton's career that he's reached the 30 home run mark, 3rd time with the Yankees. So he looks locked in despite a terrible stretch. It is October. We know what Stanton's all about, and you have to feel like he's going to hit some big home runs this postseason.
Especially with the Stanton stash that comes out in October.
Yeah. I mean, Tony knows. He can't even keep a straight face.
He can't do it.
Yeah. He knows Stanton is an animal in the postseason.
I don't want to see Tony's face if they get bounced in the first round and the Yankees win the World Series. I can't be here.
Oh, man. Who do you think will have the best excuse? Tony or Buffer?
Buffer's going to have some good ones.
Doesn't matter, dude. It's not going to happen anyway.
Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter. Whatever you're talking about right now doesn't matter because it's not going to happen, dude.
Okay. All right. Buffer says he will.
Buffer says he will. I think
calling his shot like Ruth in the 27 World Series.
1927, huh?
But, Tony, so, I mean, obviously, I'm excited about Sevy. We got a doubleheader today, one game tomorrow to finish out this regular season, and then an extended break. 1 week from today will be the Yankees' first home postseason game since 2019, and most likely playing the winner of the Rays and the Guardians. So I can't wait for that. And I'm sure Garrett Cole will be on the hill. And if I had to guess, I guess I would say, even though the Guardians have a better team, the Rays, the postseason, Glasnow back, we might be looking at another Yankee Rays postseason series. You think about the series they had, the epic 5-game series from 2020 that was played in San Diego. But nice to have a guaranteed 3 home games at Yankee Stadium, but I wouldn't be surprised if they win the first 2 and the 3rd game. So you only get 2 there, and then it's on to the American League Championship Series to dethrone the Rats themselves, the Houston Astros, who I think will make minced meat of either the Blue Jays or the Mariners. But
do you think Glasnow's back? How's he doing? Did he pitch last night?
I think he
2 nights ago he pitched?
and I think the Rays lost last night to the Red Sox.
It's not great.
But, he's got the arm. So
yeah, he's got the arm, dude.
I think he will be just fine. Let's see. So do we have Glasnow, 3 2/3, 2 hits, no runs, 1 walk, 7 strikeouts. So he will be just fine, Tony. But yeah, so that's what we got. Like I said, Mets will, rained out. We'll try to go today with a double dip. But time to make some picks here. And you had the Mets rained out yesterday, so you have an extra pick today, and I don't know how we're gonna work that because it should be a rain out again.
I know, dude. I'm gonna pick them in the doubleheaders. So,
I guess just do it.
Just do it, dude.
Yeah. So
what are our records at right now?
So I am 30. I'm 37 and 27 and 1, and you're 31 and 35.
Oh shit!
So
What happened last night?
Sayonara, Tony.
No, it's not over yet. Okay.
But talk about the Mets times 2 today.
All right, I'll talk about the Mets times 2 today. So game 1 is at 4 o'clock today, which I just realized the Yankee game's playing at 2 o'clock. It's pretty early, dude.
Yeah,
very early.
Yeah.
For a nice Tuesday afternoon game. Are you pumped? Watching The Office? Hummus and
I'm gonna be on the road.
Cucumbers. Anyway, so game 1 we got Cookie Carrasco on the mound. Game 2, we have Taiwan Walker, right? So basically what we were talking about a little bit yesterday of our next 2 pitchers coming up. And, at this point, obviously, you understand, the Mets have kind of, had a little bit of a lackluster September here in October. But nonetheless, I mean, they're playing the Nationals, who have absolutely nothing to be playing for right now. And the Mets have everything to gain and lose still right now, to be honest. Like, the race for the division is still up there. I would imagine they're pretty fired up about having, the Braves lose yesterday. Basically, same game plan as I mentioned, yesterday for game 1 that should have been yesterday. Obviously, there's a bit more pressure now on Cookie to perform and Walker to perform, obviously, because a doubleheader means, you may need to stretch your bullpen a little bit if things kind of go awry in the starting pitcher department. But anyway, so like I mentioned, Carrasco, regardless if as long as they give you some length, if they go 6 innings, 3 earned runs, whatever, yeah, whatever they go,
they gotta go.
No, whatever they go, basically, it's just the offense has to pick up the slack. As one thing we did not see this past weekend against the Braves. I mean, the bullpen doing really well against the Braves. Obviously, your starting pitcher's not doing great, but still, you're only scoring 2 runs a game. That's unacceptable. You need the bottom of the lineup to kind of step up here. Escobar has been having a great month. I think he was player of the month for the Mets. Like I mentioned, from the bottom of the line, for him to be doing so well. Alonso, we've seen, he's been cranking home runs here and there this past month. Having a great year. Lindor as well. McNeil with the great batting average, right? Get McNeil on base. Have Alonso clean it up. Have Escobar clean it up. This is going to be a big time here to go into the postseason with some momentum, some confidence in your bats, which is the biggest thing you need right now. I feel like having confidence in your bats, your pitchers will feel a little bit less pressure to give up only 2 runs, only 3 runs, and they can just pitch better in general. So, and I feel like it's very doable. Like I mentioned, Nationals have nothing to play for. Their team is absolute hogwash. I mean, the pitching matchups, Corey Abbott on the mound. I mean, he's 0-4 in the season, 5.11 ERA. Game 2, you have Paulo Espino, 0-8 on the season, a 4.3 ERA. These guys are winless. They're losers, literally losers, no wins. So it's time for the Mets to kind of wreak some havoc here. I want to see like 12 runs today between both games. I think that's pretty feasible. So let's just fucking go out there. Let's do it and have Buck, be pretty happy. Again, confidence going into the postseason is huge. The division still up for grabs here. Okay, put pressure back on the Braves. They'll crumble. They suck. Brian.
All right, so let's see. So the Braves, I know Odorizzi on the hill today versus
Is that who you're picking?
Miami. So I even though the Yankees are out there, you want to take them next, go ahead, take them. But I'll take them after. I just want to get this Braves pick out of the way after this nonsense that you're spewing about the Mets here, who are most likely guaranteed to split that doubleheader and be eliminated from winning the division. But before we even get to that, or I guess technically the Mets will play first if it doesn't get rained out. We know all that. But the Braves tonight in Miami, the whole Mattingly Showalter friend connection there. So a lot of I's and T's involved there. But stop. All right. So Garrett on the hill from Miami. I know 3.56, but the Braves just want to wrap this up and just want the Mets to sit down and worry about their series against the Padres. So I'm going to say the Braves 15-0 tonight over the Marlins, and they are the NL East champions. Jake Odorizzi complete game shutout. I mean, you gotta give me something, Tony. Some type of response.
All right, so my next pick here. I'm just looking at it here. I mean,
Pick the Rangers, did.
Well,
I'm just kidding.
I don't know. They got a doubleheader today too, huh?
Oh yeah, I didn't even think about that.
Tyone and Cole gets undecided.
Oh, dude, are we straight?
Yeah.
My bad, dude. Sorry.
You all right?
He just spilled water from it's debris from his cup.
You kidding me, Brian?
It's all right.
Do you gotta do something about it?
Carry on, son.
Carry on.
Carry on, dude.
Who you picking?
How many games am I picking total today? 5, by the way?
Yeah, 5 total.
5 total for me. So I have 3 more picks. I guess I'll take, game 1 of the Yankees here. Why not? I mean, Jameson Tyone. Is he? I mean, obviously he's what? Is he gonna be 4-starter for you? I guess, right?
Yeah, 4-starter for the
decent
postseason.
4-starter, I suppose.
Very, very good. I mean,
he's very
15
good.
wins.
Struggled a little bit away. I think his ERA is like a 4.34 ERA, something away, something like that. And he's up against John Gray, and I feel like he's not going to really have close to of a good outing as Sevy did last night, pitching 7 no-hit innings. I don't think so. I think Tyone can go maybe 5 2/3, giving up 4 earned runs. I think he's gonna get a little bit hit here, and then because of that, I don't think I don't think the Yankees are gonna be able to come back from that. I mean, when you really think about it, Judge has been, I feel like, a little nervous about his 62nd home run here. You would expect him to be well beyond 62 at this point. And of course, with the Yankees, clinching the playoffs here, they're good. People obviously not taking it very seriously here. Boone having his eyes on, who's doing what, limited play for players, and especially a doubleheader as well. I would imagine, maybe, there'll be a lot of games, a lot of guys either resting game 1 or game 2, or, however he wants to do it. But regardless, the Yankees don't have much to play for here besides Judge. And I just feel like, maybe he'll get his dinger tonight, maybe not. But I think Texas wins this one 5-2. Game 1, by the way, this is.
Game 2, so we'll have Cole versus
Against whoever.
Yeah. So Cole, obviously, a couple somewhat clunkers the last couple times.
Do you think he what do you think his limited play is here? Like, do you think Boone's just stretch him out, or
it was just 9,500 pitches?
Yeah.
So 7 scoreless, 13 strikeouts as he breaks the Yankees single season strikeout record that had stood since Louisiana Lightning. Ron Guidry. Since
does he need 13 to break it?
No.
Oh,
he needs
no.
like 3 or 4.
Oh,
so obviously he does that in his sleep here. And the Yankees, I want to say 10-1 over the Rangers. Judge number 62. I know Tony thinks, oh, he's not gonna get it. He'll get it.
I said maybe.
He'll get it.
I said maybe he will. Maybe he won't.
He'll get it.
You know what I think?
Explain it to me.
I think he's not only going to get it, but then he's going to hit a game winner per usual at the end of the game, just to add a little salt
juice.
and pepper. Yeah, exactly. A
So,
little mustard.
You guys notice when we talk about the Yankees, the viewership goes down?
no, I
Yeah.
no, maybe before tunes out for a second. That's why.
My picks are all opposite of Barnes. Says Biffer. My mother says, what did I miss? I took a phone call. Not a whole lot, Mom. Just Barnes waxing poetic about the Yankees, waxing anti-poetic about the Mets.
The Mets. All right. What's your
Meet the Mets.
Meet
Step
the Mets?
Oh,
right
my next
Ben.
pick here. I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
Mets.
So I had, this is my number 4 pick. Wow, look at that. Already at 4. I guess I can't believe, the Pirates beat the Cardinals last night. They don't have much to be playing for either. So tough to get the pick these last games.
I know.
Because you never really know with some of these teams that have clinched already. They just put fucking nobodies out there. I guess give me the Padres tonight. Why not? Obviously, they're
Rodon
trying
was supposed to be done for the year, but I guess the Giants are trotting him out
tonight.
Yeah, a little hot streak. For the
I have,
Giants.
it says undecided here for the Giants.
Rodon's in there.
Is that confirmed?
MLB at bat app.
Come on, dude, you're making me do some extra stuff now.
No, go with Benai though. I mean, law of averages.
No, I would take
higher
Mania
rate.
anyway against Rodon.
Yeah, so
I-
go ahead.
I enjoy
go ahead.
Rodon.
I'll pencil you in.
I'll pencil
pencil
you
you in.
pencil you in. It does say Rodon.
That
here.
sounded like a
Interesting.
1930s character.
Yeah, I'll pencil you in.
I'll pencil you in later.
1930s baseball announcer in the radio.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, all right. So Mania, obviously San Diego. Both these teams, I think, having a pretty underwhelming season. San Francisco just at 500 here. Obviously, the Padres playing in the wild card here, and having a little bit more, I guess, to play for here, which obviously comes into I think plays a big factor here. And against Rodon or not, I feel like Mania, who again, underwhelming season, at least latter half of the season. His past few starts have all been losses. Not showing much length. His past 4 starts, he hasn't gone more than 5 innings. A couple of tough losses too in extras. But I mean, look, the start against Colorado, 3 2/3, 3 earned runs, 3 walks in those innings too. After that, the Dodgers, 4 innings, 1 earned run, obviously being kept on the short leash here. But I feel like tonight against the Giants, we've seen how they can struggle all around, basically, specifically offensively as well. Give me the Padres, who are trying to get some steam headed into this wild card race, this wild card series, excuse me. I'll say Padres 3-2, nail biter, maybe Machado.
Why not?
Walk off RBI double.
RBI double.
Why not?
There we go. So the Orioles playing out the string, not going to the postseason once again. Bauman versus White tonight.
It's a little of a shame that they're not going on.
I know.
Because they had a good...
Adley Rutschman, maybe rookie of the year. We'll see, but going to be one of the best catchers in the league coming years. So I think, they just want to play it out for the fans and look forward to next season. So it would be Rutschman, 2 home runs here. Blue Jays kind of just coasting. And I want to say we're going to see the Orioles here 7-6 over the Blue Jays. Rutschman walk-off triple.
Nice. Oof. All right. So my last pick here. I guess I'll go with the Dodgers here. I know, they've obviously, again, like in terms of, not playing for much, they're clinched, they're ready to go. They're clinched. They've been clinching.
Clenched.
They're clenched, dude. They lost their last 2 against Colorado. Again, not really playing their guys. I think they
Yeah, Brian.
yeah, Brian. Geez, they lost the last 2 to Colorado. They won the first 2 of the series. They have 4 games, I guess, whatever this series, like 5-game series against Colorado here, it seems. Which I don't really understand that. But right now it's split 2-2. But their last 2 games only scoring 2 runs total. What's 1 game each. But Julio Urias pitching for the Dodgers here. Another Dodger starting pitcher with a stellar season. 17-7, 2.12 ERA. 170 innings pitched, 162 Ks. 123 hits. I mean, the guy's having a phenomenal season. It's kind of ridiculous how good the Dodgers starting rotation is. It has been all season long, all of them, which is absolutely just ridiculous. And I think Colorado, Dodgers, lack of offense or not, I feel like Julio is going to pitch a great game. Maybe the Dodgers is going to score 2 or 3 runs. I just feel like I doubt that Colorado's going to score more than that. So give me the Dodgers here. I say they win 3-1.
All right. And for my last pick, I am going to take the Rays, Jeffrey Springs versus Nathan Eovaldi from Fenway. So I think the Rays just warming up for the postseason. Springs, we'll just let him go 5, strike out 9. And I want to say they will defeat the Red Sox 4-2.
Prefer
as they prepare for the wild card series. That's what we got for picks. But I know before we go, Michael just wants to talk about Thibs' hair flow in the Knicks preseason game tonight.
Yes,
hair flow?
We're back,
He's
guys.
growing out the locks. He got the hair
not.
transplant like Brady.
So
wait, are you
tonight,
serious?
tonight is the first game of the New York Knicks season, and it's actually championship season. Atlantic championship season, I'll say at least. How about that? I will give him the Atlantic
if the
division.
Jets can win the Super Bowl, the Knicks can win the title, no?
The Atlantic. I just don't think the league wants the Knicks to win right now for whatever reason. I think they want like Giannis to get there or something like that. So they're playing Bol Bol though. Cade Cunningham and the Detroit Pistons.
Oh, the Pistons. Okay.
Dude, it's going to be a great game. So if you're looking for some young, fun hoops tonight, spice up your sports plate. You got your veggies, you got your meats. What about a little dessert of Knicks basketball tonight? Tony, you guys are talking food all episode. I just pulled that out. It's at 7:00. Pistons at Knicks at the Garden. I'm going Knicks with a rout. 30-point blowout. The Garden's hippin' and hoppin'.
Hippin' and hoppin'.
Yeah, it's new.
When's the home opener? End of the month?
I'll figure it out.
Yeah.
Did you see LeBron and the Lakers last night losing to the Sacramento Queens 105-75?
Yeah, they're just warming up.
LeBron and Pat Beverly. You're gonna love this
75?
stat. You're gonna love this stat. LeBron and Pat Beverly both shot less than 50%. They both shot like 0 for 8. The only player on the Lakers to shoot over 50%.
Russell Westbrook. Nice debut. Darvin Ham
debut.
said they
Let's go.
love
How many threes?
0 threes.
No way.
0, yeah.
Really?
I was gonna say 20.
Hilarious.
But we got a little time for that. But of course, we'll keep an eye out for everything. And then just to kind of, before we wrap it up, this topic keeps coming up. Before talking about the Antonio Brown picture.
Oh boy.
Photoshopping himself in with Giselle, as Brady had when he had won the Super Bowl. The divorce is happening. I mean, we know, first of all, Brown is out of his mind.
Did you see what else has come out of him?
Oh,
When
yeah,
he was,
I
like,
thought we
naked
talked
in the,
about
naked
that.
in the pool.
Yeah, I thought we already talked about
Did
that.
we?
No?
When? Yesterday?
Oh, maybe Friday.
Oh, I wasn't here. I didn't know it would happen. I thought it happened yesterday.
Yeah. So obviously, spread eagle in the pool.
Oh my God!
In
poor
Abu
woman.
Dhabi, I think, or was it Abu Dhabi or
Abu
Dubai?
Dhabi?
Dubai. It was
Dubai.
But yeah,
Abu
I
Dhabi.
mean, I hope Brown's okay. I mean, everybody says, "Oh no, he's always been crazy.
Dude,
it's not
no,
CTE." I don't know.
it's got to be. Have you seen his look? Like his eyes. Look into his eyes, and he's not there, bro.
Ever since he dyed his mustache yellow.
Yeah, he's either on something or it's like a CTE situation. It's not good. You need to see a doctor.
It's annoying though, because he could still be a 1,400-yard receiver.
Yeah, but like, what's his manager doing? Like, where's his like family? Be like, yo, you should probably go to a doctor.
He probably burned everybody.
Damn, dude. It's such a shame. It
but
really is, dude.
I'm just kind of curious. Just one question here for you fellas before we wrap this up. Percent before the calendar hits 2023 that we get an official divorce announcement with Brady. Michael, percentage.
Percentage, I'm going to go. It's going to be so crazy.
Yeah.
And if he doesn't win the Super Bowl, divorce. But if he wins, no divorce. And but I'm going to go, he's not winning the Super Bowl because the Jets are, so 100% divorce.
And also, I would say if Giselle was like win the Super Bowl and I stay married to you, I'd be like, I'd win the Super Bowl and then I would kick her on the streets, dude. How dare you? I need to win a Super Bowl.
He's obsessed with her clearly because he's distraught.
I mean, I probably would be a little bit too.
Yeah.
Divorce percentage, Tony.
Divorce percentage. Damn, it's so tough, dude. I really think that she's got like total hand in this situation because I feel like.
See your first comment? I got to see this.
You see the photo?
That's what I was just talking about. Yeah. It just
dude.
He just photoshopped.
But I feel like Giselle needs Tom Brady needs Giselle more than Giselle needs Tom Brady.
Right.
I feel. I think the ball's in her court, and I think she would have the world at her fingertips if she would have Tom Brady. So I would say the divorce percentage at a whopping 69%.
Do we have like the like the soundbite for that? Huh?
With a divorce?
The divorce is happening. No. You know, like
no, like the
or something. We needed some like I don't know. They do it on break.
Is that what you want, dude?
No. It's something like I don't know. That it was like a that's what I was.
69%.
But I'm gonna say a whopping 100%. I mean, we've gotten this far. They're living separately. Brady doesn't want to talk about it.
Michael, what was your percentage? 100?
100.
Wow, dude, 100 percentage.
Yeah, so 100, 69. So clearly, there's going to be a separation here. But anyway, Tony, I mean, what a day, what a life. And I'm just looking forward to the playoffs for Major League Baseball. And as the NFL season kicks on into week 5, but we will keep you guys posted with everything. But we appreciate everybody tuning in, continuing to comment, like, and subscribe. checking out the archives on the YouTube page, the merch, downtimetv.com. Everybody enjoy the day, enjoy the games, and we will see you mañana.
Hey guys, Tony here from Downtime TV checking in. I want to thank all our fans out there who's been liking, subscribing, sharing our content. You guys are the best. You guys are our bloodline. You make us love what we do. Thanks again.